Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is another crockpot video. I missed last week because we were gone. I wasn't able to do crockpot recipes. I was so happy to get back in the kitchen after our little vacation, get some amazing crockpot recipes for you guys. Two are ones that we've had this week, and then the other one is a reshare because I like keeping all my crockpot recipes in one video, so I wanted to reshare that one. Plus it is an amazing recipe. All recipe links will be linked in the description box, so I hope you guys enjoy, and let's go ahead and get into it. We are starting off this video with pesto chicken mozzarella pasta. This was a recipe that I found on Pinterest. I'll have it linked down below. So my pesto chicken that I make, we absolutely love it. But y'all, I feel like this is like the next level, in my opinion. Luke said he liked the other one better, but I personally love this one. So you're going to kind of start out the same way. I did use chicken thighs. The recipe called for chicken breast, but y'all know how much I love chicken thighs in the slow cooker. They just cook up so much better. So I've got 5 chicken thighs there. I'm taking 1 jar of pesto and I'm just kind of spreading it all out on top evenly. And then you're just going to put the lid on it and let it cook on low for about 4 hours. 3 to 4 hours. That's the good part about chicken thighs, is that it does not take long at all for them to cook. And then once it's all cooked, here is what it looks like. Now, the recipe also called for butter, which I personally did not put in because you can see right here all of the oil. So when you make homemade pesto, there's a lot of oil that goes into that. And so I felt like if I had have added that extra butter in, it would have been even more greasy and oily. So I left that butter out of the original recipe, and y'all, it turned out amazing. So you're just going to shred up your chicken. I have pasta cooking on the side. And then once you get that cooked, you are going to add in some mozzarella, Parmesan cheese. I just use the Italian blend because that's pretty much the same thing. And then I saved me some pasta water on the side in case I needed it, and I did end up using quite a bit of that. Pasta water is great as a binding agent. It has a lot of starch in it, and so it helps bring your pasta dishes together and makes it creamy and delicious. So I'm adding in my pasta, and then you're just going to mix everything together, add as much pasta water as you need until you get the consistency that you want. And I know I have 2 different kinds of pastas here. I was just cleaning out my pantry, and I had like half of a box of each one, so I just used what I had. Like I said, we loved this. This was really good. I feel like I will definitely be making this again. Luke said he liked both. He liked this and he liked my original pesto chicken, which I'll have both of these listed down below. If you're interested, you can go check out both of them and see which one you like, which one you think your family would enjoy. And then I just served these with some homemade garlic breadsticks, which I'm working on that recipe. It needs a couple more tweaks, and then I'll be able to share that with you guys. Here is my plate. I just served it with some extra cheese on top and one of the breadsticks. Y'all, this was so delicious. Next up, we have Italian beef subs. This is an all-time favorite recipe. I will have it linked down below for you guys. So you're just going to need a 2 to 3 pound chuck roast. I personally like chuck roast. I feel like it's got better marbling and it breaks down better. You're going to need 1 packet of dry Italian. You're just going to sprinkle that on top like you've seen. And then I use half of the jar of the liquid I use mild banana peppers. If you like heat, then you can use the hot. So I use half of that jar of the liquid in there and pour it around your roast. And then you can add as many banana peppers as you like. I use about half of a jar per recipe. So one banana pepper jar gets me 2 recipes. So I'll just put that in the fridge and then have it for the next recipe. So then you're gonna pour a little bit of water just around the edge. You just want to be able to have the liquid cover your roast halfway up, and then you'll just take and put the lid on it, cook it all day long, low and slow. So one of my tips for you on cooking roast is low and slow. The slower the better. You want it to be able to fall apart like this. And if it comes time and you think that it's done but then it won't shred, it's not done. Give it a couple more hours if you can bear the time. I know dinner time you're normally ready to eat, but maybe remember for next time to put it on earlier in the day, because that's normally what happens is people think that it's done, but it's tough. And if you just let it go a couple more hours, you'll be good to go. So here's what it looks like when it's all done, and y'all, it just fell right apart. So we serve ours on hoagie buns with some provolone cheese. Here is what it looks like when it's all shredded. This is delicious. This is one of our all-time, I feel like close to one of our all-time favorite crock-pot dinners. We just served it with some butter fried potatoes and some squash and some zucchini. I did toast the buns this time, which normally I don't, and I will definitely do that forever and always because it made a huge difference on the bread, and this meal was so delicious. Next, we have got a reshare recipe. I shared this in a recent What's for Dinner, but y'all know I like having all my crock-pot recipes together in one video, so I'm going to reshare this one. This one is so delicious. It's super easy. So you're just going to need 2, or however many your family's going to need. I used 2 of the pork tenderloins. I love getting the already seasoned ones. The peppercorn is my favorite for this kind because you get a ton of extra flavor. You're going to need some water, 1 packet of chicken gravy, 1 packet of brown gravy, and a can of cream of chicken. You're just going to mix all that together in a separate bowl, mix it together well, and then you're going to pour that on top of the pork and then set it on low and let it cook for about 4 to 6 hours, and it is so delicious. I love this recipe. So to go along with our pork, I feel like when you do anything smothered, the best side dish is mashed potatoes. And my personal favorite is crock-pot mashed potatoes. I love them. They're so easy. So I've got about 5 peeled potatoes there that I'm cutting up and adding into my slow cooker. I have covered the potatoes with water. I'm adding in 1 of those chicken bouillon cubes. And then I'm going to add in some salt, some pepper, and some garlic powder. I always season mine. I feel like it's just way better, and you get a ton more flavor because you're letting them slow cook, and it just adds really good flavor. It makes really good mashed potatoes. So you're just going to put the lid on this and set it on high and just let it cook until it's done. You'll know when it's done. They'll be fork tender, and they'll just be falling apart. They are so delicious. Here is what the pork looked like when it is done. And here's what the potatoes looked like. And then all you're going to do is drain those, add in your milk, your butter, whip them up, and they make the perfect mashed potatoes. We served ours with some green beans. The gravy we poured over top and on top of the mashed potatoes and served it with Texas toast. And that's it, y'all. I hope you enjoyed these 3 super easy and delicious crock-pot recipes. Don't forget that I'll have all the recipe links in the description box below. A couple are mine, and one of them came from Pinterest. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see y'all in the next one. Bye, guys.